Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Subject custom can't console that console failing on. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I am Jason. That's Ben. This is Wanna Bet. And this is a Wanna Bet lobster bib, baby. Yeah. What do you think, Beltway? But this is a nice material. These things are not cheap. I probably should, if we're going to mass produce, go cheaper. Same thing with the hoodies. But yeah, we're here to have a little lobster and crab fiesta. We're here to make lobster money, baby. I know you don't really use these with lobsters. You could smash a lobster with these. I've got some of the claw crackers I will bring down in the future. You know what I'm talking about, Beltway?
Yeah.
Like the metallic things, you put the claw in there. That's more like almost like a chestnutty kind of thing, but also for lobsters. If you're not familiar with Maryland blue crabs, shame on you. Steamed crabs are where it's at. We pound steamed crabs with mallets. Back in the day, I would pound beer when I had my steamed crabs, but been off the sauce for years. Living right, Beltway Ben. Living right. What do you think? Yours is going to be brought to work today. I got to admit, when I set this up, I thought it was going to be our emblem coming out of like crab claws. Remember, I showed you. Right. I'm a little confused. The person at Etsy, I thought we would have lobsters or crabs on here. Do you think I need to make up other ones and find a way to get lobsters on or crabs on the print?
I think we roll with this for now.
Okay.
I think you know the idea. I mean, if I'm
we're
wearing
talking about
that,
lobster money, right?
Yeah.
3 lobsters.
Yeah.
2 in the hands,
like
1 in the mouth. Triple
Right.
fisting lobsters.
Right.
Are you excited? Are you excited to get yours?
I'm excited. I would have liked to wear it this weekend.
My wife thinks it's the most pathetic thing in the history of the world.
Well,
Which
does
makes
she
you know
understand
what
as
that
much?
means, Beltway Ben?
Does she?
I'm going to start wearing it around the house. I
Yeah.
will be wearing it. I will be wearing
That's
it
what you gotta
tonight,
do.
sweating out these games. I'll sure as hell be wearing it on Sundays. I think I need 2 of them so I can have one facing this way, right? And then another one around my neck that way.
So
Almost like the people who walk and they like sell stuff on the corner. You know what I mean? Like they've got those like the walking billboards around them.
they
Don't
can.
you think
So
we
then you
each
can.
need 2? And
yeah,
so
then
there's
you
one
can-
in the front and one in the back.
Nobody can escape it. If you're walking, if you see you from that way, you see you from the front.
If/when we get up 60 units, which would be, we've never gotten there before.
We're getting there.
Oh, we'll get there. Then I say that's when we rock them back and forth.
Yeah. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
That sounds like victory, doesn't it?
It does.
That's the sound of victory right there. If you're new to the show, we're not always this stupid, but we are, frankly, a lot of the times this stupid. First, second, and third down are 3 favorite bets that we've made since yesterday's show. There's always yesterday's show because we do this 7 days a week. 4th and long, it could be 4th and long, a long shot bet, a long-term bet, or it could be 4th and short. Something to get you paid quickly, like, I don't know, Chiefs Jags under 9.5 in the first quarter. Ka-ching. Overtime football season, football parlays every day on Wanna Bet. And we're totally transparent. How did we do last night, Beltway Ben? There you go. There you go. If you're in the Super Discord, you know I'm smoking hot right now in MLB, and there are some plays I really like in MLB that are in the Super Discord that frankly just are not going to be on this show. For one reason or another, we like to jump lines early. That's why you see a lot of gray up there. Obviously, those games have yet to be played. Beltway Ben, I understood your approach to Naylor. The problem is when the baby's not born yet, you can't get the dad strength.
If you would have had the dad strength, that ball carries out.
That ball would have gone 1 foot longer, right? Yeah. And it would have cashed our over even sooner than it hit.
Right.
I mean, that had 3-run home run written all over it.
As soon as he hit it, and then like being a baseball person the way I am, like you usually know by a guy at the plate whether the ball's gone or not. Watching how he stood up after he hit it, I stood up. I'll be honest. I stood up and I'm like yelling, "Get the F out. Get out. Get out." And then I'm watching Meadows and I'm not feeling it. I'm like, why is he playing it like this? Does he have it? And then he moves back a little bit and catches the ball. And I'm like, I just sat right back down. And usually when you take hits, runs, RBIs, you got 1 or 2 chances. And when he flew out there, I knew we were done.
Yeah.
He works a 10-pitch at bat, great at bat in the first inning. But man, that ball was smoked. It was gone in 11 of 30 parks, including Seattle, which is crazy. But yeah, he didn't hit it out in Detroit. And then he also came up he had like 3 more at bats after that. Second to last at bat, he comes up and whams the ball to right field with a man on first. Off the bat again, I stand up. Give me an extra base hit because Polanco's on first and right at the guy. So unfortunate loss, but it's -110. And we did tail you on that first 5 over, basically down 10 cents.
Thank you to the General Soreness, Jack
Absolutely.
Flaherty. You showed your true colors. I love it. You're lucky you didn't walk Julio. You'd have been out of that game with 3 on and nobody out. And your ERA would have got pounded even more. That went as expected. All of our picks, I mentioned the Super Discord, when Ben and I and our buddy Eric Casillas, who I think has hit 8 of his last 9 Major League Baseball bets. Whenever we make a bet, we go right to the Super Discord. We tell you how you can get in on it as well. That's what we do. How about Naylor's 12-pitch at bat in the first?
That's what I'm saying. It was crazy.
Huh? Wow.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to today's show. First down, Beltway Ben, you have the floor.
Yeah, and on that at bat, actually, my dad does love the way you rip General Soreness. He had his under outs and was all over that because early on, like he was being pretty quick with pitches, and he's in a good spot pitch wise. And he comes up with Naylor and throws a million pitches, and Naylor's fouling stuff in the dirt, fouling everything. But I'm gonna go with an out prop here.
I'm wearing a bib, Ben, and I like it.
I like it. I'm gonna go with an out prop here. Jameson Taillon over 11.5 outs recorded, -147. Coming in, listen, people all know how I feel about the Brew Crew, and also we did have a commenter. I wanted to get on this. They're telling you that the Brewers all the way, and then they said Beltway Ben doesn't know baseball.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
Beltway Ben knows baseball.
That one frustrated me because to me, Jason, you know how much I try to rag on them. I call them frauds. I say they get lucky, but I have said they play a good brand of baseball. Multiple times I've acknowledged they play a good brand of baseball. They bunt, which I like. I'm an old-fashioned guy.
They know how to do it.
Yes. They play.
It's not that they bunt in the playoffs and they haven't done it all year, and now they're
Yes.
trying to show you they're a fundamentally sound baseball team. No, the
They-
Z-Man, Isaac Collins, knows how to get it down. My boy Caleb Durbin, who I saw play in the Eastern League, Yankees prospect, little engine that could. Devin Williams for him. I like Caleb Durbin. You can have Devin Williams.
That made me a little mad because I'm like, I've never
ball.
I never criticized the way they play baseball. I just said they've gotten lucky with some stuff. But yeah,
Make
they
your own
play.
luck, Ben.
Yeah, no,
Make
I
your own
agree.
luck.
I'm not discrediting. I said they played good brand of baseball though. So when the person said Ben doesn't know baseball, I'm like, dude, let's relax there. But I do like Jameson Taillon over 11.5 outs today recorded. He was great for them down the stretch when returning. His first start back was against the Brewers. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 5 hits, a walk. He has 7 walks and 7 starts since returning from injury. He's been solid with walks. There's 2 starts that he didn't give up any walks, and that's what I have to hope he does against the Brewers today. Game 3, must win. The other day against the Padres, Taillon went 4 innings. This is risky, as I said, because the Brewers can jump out on you. They can put up 6 runs. We've seen them do it. I like where the weather's at in Chicago today to push the ball in, keep the game under, and the number 6.5. Is that not insane when you look at what's happened in games 1 and 2? You have a 6.5 number. Vegas knows what the wind's going to be doing today, and I think Taillon can do good enough. Just 4 innings. And listen, watching Craig Counsell, as much as I don't want the Brewers to keep going, watching Craig Counsell is funny. I mean, he looks like he's going to die. He takes his hat off every 5 seconds and is rolling his head back because they go up.
His old team
I know
has half the payroll, and they're better than him.
Yeah, and he's also, dude. You need a manager with some guts and like that can settle guys. He looks like he's gonna cry.
You need a manager with a pancake in his goddamn pocket. Is what you need.
But I don't know. But Counsell looks like he's gonna cry every time they put the camera on him, and it's weak. It's hard to get the players to play hard for you there. So, but I do like Jameson Taillon again. Taillon went 4 scoreless the other day, and he pulled him because they play this analytics stuff. If the guy's rolling, let him roll. Like, don't throw Palencia out there in the 5th again. We saw what they did when they threw him out there. I think it was the 4th the other day, and he ends up giving up a home run. So let Taillon go 4. I know it's a must win. You're going to be tight with your bullpen, but give me Taillon 4 innings here.
All right. We'll have more to say on this game on 3rd down. You know what makes me cry? Old Bay, getting Old Bay in my eyes. That makes me cry. Beltway, Ben. First down. You guys know we've been jumping this game a whole bunch of different ways. As soon as this populated, I got on it. Who's Matt Stafford playing on Sunday, Beltway, Ben?
The worst defense I've ever watched in my life.
Ravens have allowed 13 touchdowns already this season, and they haven't exactly played a murderer's row of quarterbacks. In fact, C.J. Stroud looked pretty washed until he threw for what,
Yeah.
4, right? I mean, even Flacco had a little bit of joy against them. Patrick Mahomes hadn't thrown 4 touchdowns in a game in forever. They were trying to get a 5th and almost got it.
Yeah.
So, look, I know Sean McVay pretty well. He can't get cute in this game, and he's not going to get cute in this game. His superpower is his passing game. Puka Nacua is uncoverable. Devontae Adams, when he gets red zone targets, now he didn't in the last game because they handed the ball off and they got cute and they erased their opportunities to have volume in the red zone. The high red zone, well, technically not red zone fumble at the 24 with Corum, the fumble at the 1-yard line from Kyron. He knows how bad this Baltimore secondary is. He knows that Baltimore has no pass rush, and Matt Stafford, with time, is lights out. This offense, 2 years ago, came to Baltimore on a cold, rainy day in like late November, early December, when Mike McDonald had the best defense, maybe in the history of the NFL, if you want to just say only team ever to lead the league in points allowed, offensive points allowed, turnovers created, and sacks created.
Yeah.
And they came in here with the shell of Cooper Kupp and run game, and they bossed it for fourth quarters and did whatever they wanted to do against McDonald. They're going to get Zach Orr fired, the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, for now, unless it's really already Chuck Pagano and they're just not telling us. And I don't think they're calling off the dogs till they score into the high 30s. Will there be some rushing touchdowns? Sure. Does that give me a little bit of concern? McVay trying to get those two going and make them feel good about themselves? Sure. But I don't think that happens until they throw their way to 28, 31 points. So, look, play 2 for sure. We're also on the 3. Second down, Ben.
Yeah, love it. Well, I mentioned it yesterday. We'll have Stafford featured a lot in the show the rest of the week. Second, what the Ravens did add a bunch of safety, so things have changed. They're going to really shut it down the back end. Mookie Betts over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs minus 135. 8 for 16 with 2 homers against Nola. And the power hasn't been there in the playoffs for Betts, but he is 7 for 18. He's got 2 doubles. He's really driving the baseball. And the Dodgers have turned things around. All of a sudden, Teoscar Hernandez, who was being booed at one point this year, is awesome again. He's hitting the ball well, and he always has shown up in the playoffs. So you kind of expected that with Teoscar. But Mookie's another guy who showed up in the playoffs a lot. And I like this prop here because 461 slug at Dodgers Park compared to 355 on the road. They already got out of Citizens Bank up to, I think they're going to take one of the next 2 games, whether it be today. And Nola, to me, like, could Nola go out and give them 7 unearned? Maybe. Or 7 with 0 earned and shut it down? Maybe. But we've seen a lot less of that this year with him. I know he's a gamer. I know he tries to tune it up. But with Mookie's success, where he hits in the lineup, the Dodgers bats really coming alive the way they have. I like him to go over 1.5 at minus 135.
How about that wheel play? The other day, Mookie covering third on the bunt.
The
wheel play.
Also, we need to talk about that.
Mookie's so smart, man. He hasn't played it with his feet in the dirt that much.
But can we talk about another thing? When a lefty is on the mound, why are you bunting that way? If a lefty, and I know the lefty didn't field it, Muncy fielded, I get that. But it will never make sense to me. You're bunting because it didn't work for you because Muncy fields it clean and Mookie, as you said on the wheel play, was incredible. But if you bunt to the right side, you get him to third. I don't understand.
That's
it never makes sense to me.
It also looked like a bad jump from second base, too. It looked like he was running in molasses. But
yeah, you're right.
I don't feel very good about my Phillies
They
plus
should have picked
105
Tran
to win the series. Let me just put it that way.
They should have pinned Tran for Castellanos, whatever.
Yeah, like that. That to me was the series. Anywho, second down for me. A recurring theme. We're jumping on this London game early because this isn't going to be there by the weekend. I mean, I think we know why a lot of people like the Broncos here. They've allowed the fewest offensive touchdowns in the league. The Jets have allowed the second most points in the league. The Jets are a horrible first half team, minus 56 scoring differential. Sean Payton has great early game scripts. Bo Nix is in good form now after a little bit of a bumpy start. And he's playing against a team that's allowing an opposing quarterback rating of like 110 something, 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. It's a Jets team with a -8 turnover ratio. They're not creating pressure. They're not forcing anybody to be uncomfortable. We've seen bad to mediocre quarterbacks slice them up. And I like where Bo Nix is. Bo Nix had 29 passing touchdowns as a rookie. Bo Nix had 2 or more passing touchdowns in like 7 of his last 9 games last year, and he's back in that form now. Sean Payton will know how to handle the travel and all that. I just think this is a great spot for Nix. Maybe the game's not as quick of a blowout as you might think. They keep throwing the ball. A lot of issues in that Jets secondary. So for plus money, we like that play. Third down, Beltway Ben.
Yes, third down. I said we were going to get to this, and just because of where it's at, I don't know that the number moves in our favor at all. So I'm just going to give it out now because I don't want to be giving out minus 154 in this spot Thursday, Friday, Saturday. USC on the money line. We gave them out in a parlay yesterday. This is another situation where you have the ranked underdog versus our unranked team on the road, or the unranked teams at home. Michigan's had some trouble with their pass defense. USC has been one of the all-around best offenses in the college football. Any advanced metric you look at, both in the run game and the passing game, USC has been awesome. And you expect that from a Riley-led offense. That's how they usually are. They let their guard down against Illinois, and it was an ugly game. Maeva didn't play well. Things went wrong. This is going to be a spot where I think they prove some people wrong. I don't like freshmen in conference games on the road in these environments. It's already being pushed out as a big game, even though USC is unranked. I think they're one of the best 25 teams in the country. They dropped out. This isn't the old USC defense. They've had some struggles, but this isn't as bad as some of the USC defenses have been since Riley's taken over. I think they're going to settle here. I think when you have to try to force them to take the runaway because Haynes can get going against them, that scares me a little bit. But I do think with USC, how bad they've been against the run, I think they're going to crowd the line of scrimmage, try to force Underwood to beat them, which has been, pretty fine for other teams like Oklahoma and some other places. Oklahoma has a better defense, though. But I do like USC on the money line at home. Everybody, Michigan, they won a national championship a few years ago. Like, you have to think when public bettors and how they do things, and like people who aren't following colleges closely, you see plus money with Michigan in this spot, you're going to run to bet it. And these are always the spots that those people get beat. So I do like USC on the money line here. Real quick before you go. Sorry. I did want to help out Sean. He said, Ben, please warn us if JLC is about to sing. Third down here. It's about to come.
It's not me. It's Quinny P. Quinny P. Quinny P. You always cash for me. We love betting with Quinny P. Ding, ding, ding. Quinny P has a question for you, Beltway Ben. Take everything else we know about this series away. If I were to tell you a team with a 2-0 lead in a best-of-3 series that was the best road team in MLB is about to play Game 3 with a pitcher on the mound who the last 21 times he took the bump, Beltway Ben, we cashed for you 20 times on the money line. That's 20-1 on the money line. Why are they giving me plus money, Beltway Ben? Why don't they respect me? I'm goddamn Quinny P. Explain it to me.
I couldn't tell you.
Why?
I'm with you. I don't know.
What do I have to do? Actually, Quinny, just keep being you. We want it this way, Quinny. It puts you in he's the first MFer in the Wanna Bet Hall of Fame. There ain't even any question about it. There's no question. You're already in, Quinny P. You can pitch free and easy. You're winning the series. You're going to pitch in the championship series and the World Series, and you're in the Wanna Bet Hall of Fame. I will send you an apron. For real.
Could you imagine if you got him on MLB Network before a game with a Wanna Bet apron on? You know how they do the interviews in the mornings during the season? That would be pretty incredible. We got to push for that.
That would be a dream come true. Hear me out. They're the better team. They were the better team in the regular season.
Yeah.
They're built for the road. They're built more for Wrigley in October than the Cubs are built for Wrigley in October. They're playing free and easy with a 2-0 lead. Their lineup is pretty much all on fire. The Cubs live or die with the long ball, and not many of them all of a sudden look like they're hitting them outside of Suzuki. Jameson Taillon, you made the case for him. That's great. All I know is Jameson Taillon was great the last 6 weeks of the season. And they believed in it so much in Chicago that they pulled his ass after 4 against a Padres team that couldn't hit. That's what I know. And the last time he pitched in the playoffs before that in 2019, the Yankees pulled his ass after 4 1/3 because they knew what Jameson Taillon's really all about.
I'm fine with 4 1/3.
I'm just saying, I'm playing this for the whole game. So that doesn't make sense to me. What's happened the last 11 times that this glorious bastards pitched on the road. The Brewers have won. He's got a 2.9 ERA on the road, and he's a steady ground ball pitcher, and they can field their asses off, unlike the Cubs, who are a good fielding team, but they're not as athletic and they're not as sound as the Brew Crew. And they're still giving us plus money. There you go. Quinny P, Hall of Famer. Fourth and whatever, Beltway, Ben. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
going to sing. Of course you knew it. It's Quinny freaking
No,
P.
I know.
His name.
I just wanted to
Everybody
make
in this community should be singing
Yeah.
Quinny P.
they just wanted a warning so they could, I guess, turn their volume down. I understand.
What is it going to take for you to sing it?
I'm not singing it. I told you that. I'm not. No.
If they win the World Series, you're singing it.
I mean, right now, I'll be honest. I'm a little worried. I'm gonna have to stand up here and listen. I think that their toughest series is going to come next. I think if they get,
I agree.
the Mariners are. Listen, I hope the Yankees.
The
can-
Mariners
I
had Woo, or if they get Woo, and
I
Woo's
don't know
Woo,
that they will. Though
that's
that's a
one
weird
thing.
injury.
I don't think Woo
That's
is
a weird
Woo.
injury. That's a weird injury. So yeah, I think their toughest series comes next, and it's probably going to be the Dodgers, and the Dodgers bullpen blows, and this team is fine being down 6 in the 8th. So yeah, we'll see, but I'm not singing it. You won't catch me singing that
If they
song.
win the World Series, you're going to sing it.
I'll wear a shirt.
You got to get me the jersey too.
I
right?
do have
What is
to.
that?
No, that's if they make the World Series. I got to get you. But what is it? The Quinny P. You're gonna have to set it up. I'll
It
just
says
look it up.
Quinny P on the back. It's got the number. I want Brewers. I want the glove, and I want the number on front. I want the good shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Design it like I design
well,
everything
no.
else around here.
Okay,
fine with that.
no, I played a massive role in the sweatshirts, guys. Don't let him. We were gonna have an emoji sweatshirt there if it
I'm
weren't for
still
me.
going to make it.
We
I'm
were.
making it. The
The
Riddler
sweatshirts
sweatshirt,
wouldn't
I'm
have been
making
as
it.
good looking if it weren't for me.
You're going to be so jealous.
Well, here we go. Fourth and long and fourth and short, whatever you want to call this here. I just have fun with this one. I'm not telling you to hammer this anyway. I'm not telling you I love it, but this situation to me, like we saw judges,
this.
playoff judges. He finally pushed it back. I'm happy because I always root hard for the U.S. in the World Baseball Classic. Judge announced he's going to play. We need him to show up because other teams are going to be out for vengeance. We need Judge to come ready to play. So I needed to see it in the playoffs this year to trust it. And we've seen it. That ball he hit last night. I hate the Yankees more than anybody. That was pretty exciting. Just watching
That was a
him
tough
watch it. Yeah, it was pretty exciting watching him watch that. But he also is punching singles wherever he wants. And he looks clean at the plate. He looks like regular season Judge right now. And I do think Schneider's going to go back to his old ways where you're not beating us, Judge. We'll let the rest of you guys do. You're going to chase home runs. We know how you are. Judge is not going to beat us. He's minus 174 to walk. That's fine. Now, the one that's plus money to get us to plus 230, Vladdy, doesn't walk a million times. Stop pitching to him. Rodon
I wouldn't
Hanks.
pitch to him either.
Can we talk about how I know we're already going overboard, so I'm trying to be quick with this. Rodon, listen, dude, how do you throw that pitch to him?
You can have that guy.
How can you throw that pitch to him there? I just think they're going to be careful with him, and I know that the rest of the Blue Jays lineup is really turning it on. Schlittler has been up and down. In his bad days, he walks a lot. Everybody thinks he's going to have a great day because of the Boston series. Sometimes we see that emotional letdown. Sometimes we see that emotional letdown, which wouldn't shock me today. Oh my God, he just shut down Boston 8 innings. He's hitting 100 regularly. He's going to shut him down again. And then he'll go out and go 2 1/3, and they're going to have to go to that bad bullpen early. But I do think they're careful with Vladdy here. If all the extra base hits that the Blue Jays have hit, at some point, Vladdy's coming up with first base unoccupied and a man on second base. And I think they're just going to intentionally walk him because this guy is on a different planet right now. So taking both guys to walk.
Quinny likes that. Quinny likes
Would
that.
Quinny
bet.
walk both of these guys
Quinny,
in this spot? or
how
sit
would
right
what
out?
would you do in that? Yeah, you'd pitch around both of them. Quinny P, smartest
Yeah.
pitcher in the league.
Right.
So if Quinny P signs off on it,
Yeah. I'm
that's
glad
better
Quinny
than Meaty. No offense, Meaty, but you're not Quinny P when it comes
Quinny,
to
okay.
pitching. When it comes to baseball bats,
That's messed up. That's not loyalty though, because Meaty's been with us since before Quinny.
I love Meaty, but like Meaty don't know baseball like Quinny P knows baseball. That's just a fact.
Maybe.
That's interesting. I like where your head is there. It's kind of fourth and long for me. So we've got a college parlay here, which it's not going to pay out till Saturday if it pays out. But I wanted to get on some of these lines here. We've talked about this Washington game. Like they played one good half against Ohio State. They played one amazing half against Maryland. Now they're back home against the team they can handle in Rutgers that doesn't travel well. I think they're playing 4 quarters against Shiano. So Yes, is this thing going to go off at 11 by the time it's kickoff? But we're taking it under a touchdown. The Washington quarterback, the legs, the arm, he's got his confidence going. He's got his mojo going after coming back from 20 down on the road. Like, I think Rutgers is running into a buzzsaw, but we're going to play it under 7. UNLV's playing Air Force. You guys know I've been on Air Force one way or the other in a lot of Air Force games going back to week 1. Air Force games, there's 80 points a freaking game. And it ain't because Air Force is scoring 60. They're allowing 45 a game. UNLV, Dan Mullen, you might think he's a scumbag. I might think he's a scumbag. He looks to be pretty damn good at UNLV. They're scoring 30 with ease on everybody. And now you got Air Force licking their wounds after losing a tough one at Navy, traveling back across the country. I think UNLV probably hangs a 40 burger on him. Like, I think Mullen wants to hang a 40 burger on him. And Air Force defense sucks. And Air Force does just enough in the option game to keep you chasing points too. So, do I think that game goes over? Yeah. But we're going to play the team total for the running Rebs. And then Navy overs we've been on all year. They've only failed to cash one time. That was against Rice, who's got their number. Temple doesn't have their number. This thing is going to go off around 55. I think Navy's good for 38 to 40 points themselves. We're playing, and look, Navy's defense is not good. They're not shutting out Temple. So, like, Navy covering has bit me a few times. Do I think the game goes over 53.5 or wherever it goes off? Yeah. We're taking it down to where 44 gets us home plus 155. Overtime.
Yes, overtime. Listen, I'm still kicking myself. Anybody who watches the show has heard me talk. I'm a big revenge guy. Like, the revenge is always big to me. And for some reason, Sunday night, I just looked past it. Like, I don't know why. And then, like, we're about to kick it off, and they're talking. I'm like, why did I just not even think of this here? And then Diggs just looks like vintage.
How about Diggs on his best behavior? You won't get this reference. Full Eddie Haskell. Like, above the fray, little angel on his shoulder, taking the high road. How about that? You knew he was out for blood.
It was just, like, as a Terps fan, like, Diggs is up and down. People have their own opinions on it. It was awesome to watch. Like, he was fun to watch Sunday night, and he was just killing him every way he wanted. But here's another revenge spot. And sometimes, like, it's a complete letdown in revenge spots. Guys come out, they get blown out, and it's ugly. I don't think Philly gets blown out here. And I think the running back is a massive addition and everything they have. Last year, we saw what he did. And now there's all the murmurs. He was going to come back. All the Giants fans are like, you're a liar. Saquon is a liar. He was not going to come back, all this. So I do think it's starting to get some hype. I gave out 80.5 yesterday because it was after he was hurt or whatever. He practiced all of a sudden, and now he's up to 85.5. So I'm happy we gave that out there. But here we're going to take him to score a touchdown, 60-plus rushing yards. And Jason gave out yesterday Jalen Hurts. I don't dislike that. Like, I said it as soon as he gave it out, I said, I would consider parlaying both of them because it happens more than you'd think. And I think it's going to happen again with how bad the Giants are against the run. Barkley's going to score, I think. 60-plus rushing yards to me is no issue. And Wan'Dale Robinson. All of a sudden, Slayton's out too. So now you're taking away Neighbors and Slayton. I'm going to be on him regularly tomorrow because I don't think the number moves enough for me to have to give it out today. But I do like Wan'Dale Robinson, 4+ receptions. And these three, he's going to get the 60 rushing yards against a bad run defense. Robinson's going to get the receptions. So I'm basically betting on a touchdown. And what is minus 165, we're taking a plus 144.
Love it. Overtime for me. Again, this London game, this thing is going to be moving. It's a single game window. When we get to Saturday, a lot of people are going to be betting it. So let's stay ahead of it. Fields, 20+ rushing yards. Even if they're blown out, I think he's good for 20. So far this season, 7 for 26, 7 for 81, 5 for 49, 12 for 48. I don't think they're going to be able to do much against this Denver defense. And we know that Denver's got 5 or 6 different guys who could all have multi-sack games. That's how that defense is built. I think Fields is going to have to take off and go. I think he's going to have to take off and go early and often. 20 is about as low as you can play it. We're being conservative here. Bo Nix, 175. Again, the Jets defense is broken. The Jets pass defense is particularly broken. I mean, Cortland Sutton, a big one here or there. 175.
Did we lose you?
Yeah, again, Jets minus 56 scoring differential in the first half alone. So we're taking it under 6. If it becomes a bit of a field goal game, we feel good about that. And the Jets have allowed 157 points. Like, do I need to belabor that point? Like, we're going to play it at 21. I think the Broncos are good for 3 offensive touchdowns. But even if it's 2, maybe 3 field goals, if it gets really weird over there. But the Jets are not going around holding people under 24, let alone under 21 with any regularity. So that's the show. Beltway Ben, again, let the people know how we've done since we launched on May 21st. There you go. All our bets are in the Super Discord. Sorry we went long today, but we got new stuff to play with. We got aprons. At some point, maybe we'll do mallets. Want to bet mallets, Ben? I think that's not a big deal.
I agree with that. Oh, by the way, Austin, I know I was joking.
He does not know golf. I guess he's giving you shit there too.
I think he was joking, but I know I was just joking earlier when I said because he said Beltway Ben didn't know baseball. I was just joking when I was taking a shot at Austin. But he's a loyal viewer. He always comments.
Does Austin deserve a hoodie?
We have some people. Jason, I think you might have to get a cheaper type of hoodie because there's a lot of people who want one. You know what I'm saying? I think we might need to.
Don's roll. Wait a minute. How can I order a regular sweatshirt? Tony Paisan, we're gonna work on it. Ben and I have to. We got a lot going on. Let's get this new operating system up with our friends at Odyssey. Let's get the new graphics going, and then we will come up with more of a plan on the on sweatshirts, hoodies, stuff like that. We
have a lot of good commenters today.
Yeah, no, this is beautiful.
This is a bunch of them.
Yes. There you go. Quinny P, baby. Let's freaking go. All right. Look, we got to run. We love doing this. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Thursday. Tomorrow's normal, right? Noon.
Tomorrow's normal, yep.
Tomorrow's normal. You want to bet. We want to bet. I hope you like the aprons. We hope you like the hoodies. We hope you love betting with us. We can't wait to do this tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Roll the credits.